Welcome you back to Boxing Jabs. Tonight, we're going to talk about Ryan Garcia's spectacular body shot knockout of Luke Campbell. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. Also, comment on this video. Tonight, Ryan Garcia fought his gatekeeper, that is Luke Campbell. He had a hard time early. He got knocked down in the second round. But many of you who will complain about his performance tonight, I would like to tell you many of fighters, greatest fighters of all times, have had trouble with the gatekeeper. Muhammad Ali was knocked down by Henry Cooper. There have been other great fighters who have gone on to the Hall of Fame who have had tough fights against the gatekeeper. But Ryan Garcia took that punch, got back up off the canvas, took straight control of the fight like a real champion, put the pressure on Luke Campbell, and finally finished him with a spectacular body shot in which Luke Campbell could not get up from. This shows you the intestinal fortitude of King Ryan Garcia. This young man who has the world at his feet could have laid down on that canvas. He has millions of dollars in the bank. He's a superstar. He's a glamour boy. He has 7 million Instagram followers, but it's more than just that. He's a real fighter, and you found out tonight. And he does want to be the next king of boxing after Canelo Alvarez. Tonight, you've seen a young man, 22 years old, take down one of the top gatekeepers in the lightweight division. We know that this young man, Luke Campbell, fought many of the greatest fighters in the world within the lightweight division. Lomachenko, and he went 12 rounds with the so-called great Lomachenko, but he didn't last against Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia fought like a king. And when he got his opportunity to execute Luke Campbell, it came with a shot that surprised so many people. But great fighters like Ryan Garcia, it doesn't shock me. I've seen Oscar knock people out with body shots. I have seen Roy Jones Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard, so many of the great ones execute that punch. And tonight, you've seen it from King Rye. There are going to be plenty of people out there saying that he's not ready for Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. But his confidence is extremely high because now he knows that he can take a punch and get back up. But what also happens with that knockout that happened, it gives Eddie Reynoso a chance to tell that young man that you have a lot to learn. So when he goes back in the gym, he's going to be willing to absorb more teachings from one of the great trainers in boxing today. A young man who took Canelo Alvarez at the age of 15 to the point to where he's the pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Eddie Reynoso will teach this young man how to get better. We saw his chin. He was knocked down. It happens to everybody. He got back up. He took it to Luke Campbell and broke him down. This will make him even more popular, being knocked down. Because the thing about life, everybody gets knocked down. But when people want to see when he got knocked down with that pretty face, they wanted to see if he can get up. And when they saw him get back up and he started throwing that straight right hand down the middle, he connected with that hook in the 7th round that almost knocked him out. And if it had 5 to 10 more seconds in the 5th round, I believe that fight would have been stopped because he turned his back. But he proved to so many of his detractors that this kid is ready for prime time. But it also is going to bring out his mortal enemies who are going to say, yeah, I want to fight Ryan now because they seen him get knocked down. See, sometimes you can underestimate a fighter, which I think many of them may do. Ryan Garcia has a plethora of talent. He has a great right hand straight down the middle. That hook is beautiful, but we saw it executed to the body. He has all those characteristics into being an A-side fighter, probably the biggest draw in boxing. But there's one thing he has to do. He cannot stay in front of great fighters. He will have to learn, like Canelo Alvarez, how to move from side to side, how to use the ring. See, the greatness of Canelo Alvarez that he can learn. Canelo Alvarez can fight 3, 4, 5 different. Matter of fact, Canelo Alvarez can fight any way he wants to solve your puzzle. And what he's going to have to do, he's going to have, within time, because he's only 22, learn those characteristics. And that's what could make Ryan Garcia great. He'll have plenty of time to prove himself as being one of the best fighters in the world. Against Tank Davis, against Devin Haney, against Teofimo Lopez, against Shakur Stevenson. Be patient. Learn your craft. Because see, many of fighters think that they have learned a lot. Tonight, he learned more in this fight than he learned in his whole career as a boxer. In this fight, like so many other gatekeepers, this will propel him into being King Rye, the fighter that wants to dominate the lightweight division. This was an excellent fight. This was a good teaching moment for Ryan Garcia. He can build on it, and if Tank Davis this summer is his next fight, I'm looking forward to seeing that, because that is going to be fireworks. And now he's the #1 WBC contender, so he can fight either Tank Davis or Devin Haney, which will be a hell of a fight. All the cards are laid on the table for King Rye to be the new king of boxing. I want to thank you for listening to Boxing Jabs. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and also share this video.